Okay. And then once you are off and rolling and you are growing, by far the most common question that we get is, hey, I hear that you can save self-employment taxes if you file as file as an S Corp. Should I do it sooner versus later? Is there a one size fits all? I know you can't give individualized advice here, but do you have any kind of, for the group, broad thoughts on that topic since it's so popular?
Yeah, I mean, I think what I would look at with that S corp conversation is, I look at the S corp as a filter, and yes, you can save self employment taxes in an S corp, but let's just say somebody's making 100 grand a year. What you do is you're basically splitting that income into two buckets. Bucket A is you're going to pay yourself a wage, and let's just say you pay yourself a wage of $50,000. The Social Security and Medicare taxes on that is 15%. So you're going to pay about $7,500 in self-employment taxes. Then in an S corp, you still have the other $50,000 of profit. That's what I call the filter side. That income goes through you directly. It doesn't go through payroll. It's not running through your Schedule C and your personal tax return. That's coming through the corporate entity. That $50,000 is not subject to self-employment taxes. And so therefore you're saving that $50,000 times 15%, or roughly $7,500. So that's sort of the quick math. So we look at the S corp as sort of a filter, as a way to filter the income through. But there's a compliance side to it, right? So we have to factor in the cost of a tax return. So that could be anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 a year for a corporate tax return. You got to do payroll. That could be another $1,000 or so a year in compliance fees. So there's kind of feeds that go into that. So we kind of use a rule of thumb here. We start having the conversation when people make about $60,000 a year. So when they're making right around $60,000, that's when we start that conversation. So that's theoretically $4,500 in tax savings, roughly. And then once you subtract out the compliance costs and all the extra things you have to do, you're going to be saving about $2,000 a year in taxes. If you make a little bit of less money the following year or something like that, or you decide to buy equipment, you're still not going to be out of pocket. Because our biggest fear is people start to grow, and then one year they'll go make 60, 70, 80,000 bucks a year or something like that. And then all of a sudden they go, wow, I really want to put the jets on this thing and I really want to grow. So then they go out and buy equipment, they go buy a building, they go buy, all these different things. And all of a sudden their income drops. And it's not dropping because they're doing a bad job. It's dropping because they're reinvesting in the business. And now all of a sudden that corporate structure is costing them money. So we like to have that conversation starting around like $60,000, $70,000 a year. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do it. We're going to talk with the business owner. We're going to see, what are your plans? Are you trying to grow? Are you trying to pull profits? Like, what are your goals and where are you at in the evolution of your business? And we're going to try and make that specific situation for you, right? So we're going to do what's right for you, not just for this year, but for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So it's not cut and dry, but we see it all the time when people jump to the S corp, and it is a really good operating structure. So I'm not knocking it. But we see people move into it too soon, and then they're kind of stuck in this compliance loophole where they're paying more than they have to just for compliance, and they're actually losing money and time.
Okay,